All right, guys, I'm back with another video this week previewing the Arnold Palmer Invitational. As always, I'll do a preview of the course, uh, tell you guys what I think what wins here, preview the odds, and then give you guys my best bets. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, the PGA Tour continues its Florida swing at Bay Hill. So this is a course that was revamped by Arnold Palmer, I think around 40 years ago. Uh, he changed it up what originally was, and that's where the tournament gets its name. Arnold Palmer loves this course, and when he revamped it, he made it really long. So it's par 72, almost playing 7,500 yards. Not the longest on tour, but definitely up there. And so that is something to keep in mind, especially when you're doing some analysis on, do you want the furthest hitters? How much weight do you want to put on approach? And there's a lot of water everywhere. So that coupled with some wind conditions, weather conditions, it's known to be pretty windy there, has led to some weird scores, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But these are the main highlights of Bay. Okay, guys, so let's get into some past winners. We'll start off with last year's winner, 2021, Bryson DeChambeau at 11 under. This is that video of him where he drove the ball over the water on a par 5 and only had like 100 yards in, and he threw his hands up in the air on the tee box. He just withdrew, though. His wrist is not back to 100%. Said he's like at 90, but I've seen some reports that he's leading on more than it actually is. So he'll not be able to defend his title here. And then the year prior to that was Tyrrell Hatton, finished at 4 under, and there's that crazy weather I was talking about, crazy weather weekend, so the winner only ended up being at 4 under. And then the year before that was Francesco Molinari at 14 under, so that was 2019. And then I'll get into some other past winners here as they're favorites to win this tournament. And I expect that this week the winner will finish around that 14 under. Okay, so let's take a look at the odds to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational. So the favorite is Jon Rahm at plus 800, world number 1. Rory Mcilroy and Viktor Hovland following up, who've been playing some really good golf lately, along with Scotty Scheffler coming off the win at the Waste Management Open. Hideki, who's been playing some good golf. Sungjae, who missed the cut this past weekend. So if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know I won't take him. I tend to take, ride the hot hand, take some more conservative picks on who I think is going to win. Matt Fitzpatrick, Will Zalatoris back in the mix. Tyrrell Hatton, past winner. Mark Leishman, who's had some good success here. Adam Scott, Paul Casey, and Billy Horschel all trending upwards. And then it rounds out with Keith Mitchell, Jason Kokrak, and Sam Burns. Sam Burns kind of fell off after he had a really hot start on the tour this season. But you never know. These guys can turn it back on any given week. Okay, so let's first break down Jon Rahm. You guys know him all too well, world number 1. So his odds to win the tournament are plus 800. He's been playing some good golf. Obviously, he's world number 1. But if you look at his last 3 tournaments, his latest one was a tied 21st. And then before that, tied 10th, tied 3rd. Hopefully he starts to, kick it into high gear as the players and majors are starting to come up. I could really see him, he's always going to be around there. It's just whether or not some putts roll in for him. As of late, it's his off the tee is great. So he's first and off the tee, but around the greens and putting is where he's really lacked. If he can get that putter going, I expect him to, really, really get finish top 5 here. So that's something to look out for. I'm going to see what that line's at, see whether or not I like it. But I could see myself definitely taking him top 5, top 10 based on, what the line is. So up next, let's take a look at Rory Mcilroy. He's been playing some really good golf lately. His odds to win are plus 1,000. That's kind of low considering what we've seen him at in the past as a recent. So as of late, he finished in the Genesis tied 10th. But he played in a few of those Dubai tournaments, and he had a really good showing at both of those, as well as the next guy I'll cover, Viktor Hovland. I just really like the way Roy's been playing, ball striking really well. It's just like John Rahm. It's the putter for him. You know, it can be very, very streaky. Um, but one important thing is that he finished first here. He won this tournament in 2018, so the year before Francesco Molinari. Um, and being a past winner definitely helps. You know the course really well. You know what it takes to win a tournament at this venue. So that's something I'm going to weigh into when I'm making my picks. So someone I really like this week, Victor Hovland. He's been playing some really good golf lately. Just can pound the ball. He put on a lot of muscle over the break, and so he's been hitting the ball a lot further. His odds to win are 1,400. He's been playing a lot more consistent golf. In the past, Victor had been very streaky. So I like consistency. Genesis tied fourth, and like I mentioned in the Dubai tournaments, he played really well. And then some important stats: world ranking number fourth, but also his green and regulation percentage. So he's eighth on the tour this season in hitting green and regulations, and I think that's going to be a big thing here. These greens are difficult to hit. One, because they're far. You got to hit a great drive and then a really good approach to hit this green. But also they're small greens. So if he can keep up his consistent green and regulation percentage, then I expect him to go really low here. Okay, so let's take a look at the odds. First, I got top 10. You guys know I usually bet top 10, top 20s, sometimes top 30s and top 40s, and always a first-round leader because that value is unbeaten. So first, John Rahm plus 110, top 10. I like it, but when you looked at his recent finishes, he was trending in the wrong direction, going from a tied third in his the first one I showed, and then most recently a tied 20-something. So, he's still world number one, but I like to find golfers that are trending in the right direction. And then some other notable names on there that I would look at is Victor Hovland plus 240. That's something I'll sprinkle on along with Rory Mcilroy. Those two I'll sprinkle on about half a unit. And then for some value, I would do Lanto Griffin all the way down there at the bottom. At plus 600, I'll probably put a little bit on him as well. Could see him getting hot this week. His course fits him pretty well. So I'll definitely be taking him or putting a little bit on him. And then another one is Will Z. He's been trending in the right direction, so I'd look at him, but maybe go more conservative with the top 20 picks. So the lock of the week, if you guys know, my locks have been they're doing really good. Plus 11.31 units in, I think it was like 12 tournaments. So averaging about a unit a tournament with these locks. So my lock of the week will be Victor Hovland, minus 110 to finish top 20. I really like him this week, trending in the right direction. He meets all my criteria, fits the course pretty well, good ball striker, long off the tee. So that's who I'll be taking. Another one to look at is Mark Leishman, good course history. Not sure if I would take him top 20, plus 155, 180, 155. Probably look for a little more value. Would hoping more around plus 200 for him. So we'll move on now to top 30, and this is where you try to find some value plays. This is where I would take a Corey Connors. He has been playing really well, but his ball striking is really good. Not that long off the tee, but he's super good from like 200 yards out with his irons. So plus 145, I think that's a good bet. Other than that, the same guys I've mentioned, I don't really think there's value with John Rahm at minus 195. Tyrrell Hatton's too streaky for me. Sung J M just missed a cut. But one person that I really like is Adam Scott. He's someone I didn't get to in the top 20 and top 10. But Adam Scott, minus 110, top 30 is a really, really good pick. I was debating between making him top 30 or Victor top 20 my lock. So if you're going to take two picks, I would do Victor top 20 and Adam Scott top 30. Adam Scott actually shot a 62 here once in 2014. So he has some good course history, knows it pretty well, and he's been trending in the right direction. So that's where it comes to the first round leader. He's not on this right here, but he is right here. plus 3,700. That's a pick that I'm going to make as my first round leader. One, because of he's gone really low here before. Two, because he has a relatively early tee time on the first day. And as you guys, if you guys have been watching, you guys know I like picking the early tee times because that's when the greens are a little more receptive. They haven't been dried out throughout the day. A lot easier to stick it on the green, a lot easier to putt. So I'm going to take Adam Scott at plus 3,700, put about 0.1 units on it. And then I'm going to go with a longer shot. I would look at Carlos Ortiz at plus 7,500. He's known to, go off that first round. And then also a Matt Wolff. He's been playing awful lately. Really, really bad. But it's really up or down with him. So, he could be, he shot plus 7 at the Genesis in one day. I think it was on Sunday. That's his final score. But there's other days where he goes super low. So at plus 8,000, I think there's some value there. But yeah, so I think that rounds it out in terms of my picks. Just a reminder, lock of the week is Victor Hovland, top 20. And then if you guys haven't signed up, sign up for Prize Picks. We're running a promo with them. They'll match your first deposit up to $100 if you use our code PROPICKS. As you can see right there in the blue box, we love Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy app out on the market right now because it has both the flex play and the power play. 2 correct plays 3 times, and they do golf bets. So they'll have over under this guy's first round score. I've been hitting a lot of those, so make sure to follow us on Twitter or follow us on Instagram. I'll put some out of our Prize Picks plays. And then remember to use that promo code PROPICKS. And then lastly, if you guys like the content I'm putting out, remember to like and subscribe so you guys can keep getting this content. And let's make some money this week.